First of all, hats off to Virginia. Played a very good game, and we got beaten all three phases today. And so we got a lot of work to do, obviously, and it showed. But I got faith in our coaches. I got faith in our team. The key to a good football team is getting better from week 1 to week 2, and every year to continue to improve. Right, not how you start and how you finish. So, but we got to get back to the drawing board and make sure that we're doing the best things for our guys and give them the best chance to win.
Coach, you had alluded to earlier this week that there may be a possibility that we would see other quarterbacks outside of MJ. That wasn't the case. You played MJ the whole time, so I would assume that that's your guy moving forward, and you're gonna stick with MJ as you go into game 2.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any hasty decisions after one game, right? Or, I mean, he didn't get the punt block and give up the kickoff return. So, at the end of the day, we'll evaluate it. We'll take a look. We'll see how he played, and move from there if we have to.
Yeah, just what was the most surprising thing today of all of the, I guess, bad things that happened? What were you most surprised with?
Probably all of it to some degree. I felt I got to look back, and I thought defensively we played well early. We had a breakdown on a coverage on a scramble. Guy didn't plaster to his man, and they got a big play that led to a score. And they hit 2 deep post routes, and one of them was a hell of a catch. They gave them big plays. Offensively, we were just completely out of rhythm in the first half. Couldn't get anything going. We didn't create any big plays, which our offense does thrive on. And so I think our defense wore down, and you saw that. And then our special teams play was not very good at all today.
Coach, you alluded to the fact you're going to go back and you're going to look at MJ's performance and try to evaluate exactly what he can do and what he can't do and what happened on this situation. How much do you think that also had to do with maybe the play of the offensive line not giving him enough time today, and how much was that to Virginia's defensive front causing you a havoc?
Yeah, I think there were times he had time. Like you saw the drive in the third quarter where we went down. That was kind of the vision, right? We spit the ball in the perimeter. We got some run plays in. We threw a couple deeper balls down the field. It was just kind of spray the ball and get them to chase you a little bit. We never got them tired. We never got the defense tired. And so they were able to dig their cleats into the ground and attack us. And so we didn't help the offensive line by being in 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 9s and dropping back there and having to throw when they didn't have to chase the ball very much. So, and at the end of the day, I mean, they're going to get some pressure. I don't know how many times we threw it. I don't even know how many sacks they had, but it seemed like for the most part, he had an opportunity to get the ball off.
Did you get the sense that your mistakes contributed maybe to their momentum, and then at that point, at one point, it just was, they had the momentum?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's no question. I think early in the game, in the first quarter in particular, you can see it was a battle. And it was going to be a battle. And then our inability to stay on, we were 0 of 8 at halftime on 3rd down. You can't stay on the field. You can't ask your defense to play all those plays at the level in which they play, even subbing guys, right? And we played a lot of guys on both sides of the ball, which is good for us because we got a chance to evaluate them, right? They played on special teams. They played offense and defense to see, do we have the right guys in the right spots? Do we have to make some changes? What do we have to do to make sure we're playing the right guys? And that's part of our job, to go back to the drawing board and take a look. But we're not going to make knee-jerk reactions just because of a loss in the first game.
You decided to take the 3 points off the board, keep your offense on, which probably was the right decision given the fact that you guys were moving the ball. But did you feel like that turnover right there was the one that kind of turned the tide with you guys going in for a possible score? And it just seemed that at that point, everything just kind of went downhill.
Yeah, we beat ourselves. It's one of the most disappointing things. When you ask what's disappointing, the most disappointing thing. I mean, we talked about it. It's hard to coach it, but we disciplined it. That we can't beat ourselves, and we did. We beat ourselves in so many areas. It's hard to get into right now, and You know, it's technique, it's fundamentals, it's some guys not doing the jobs that they're asked to do, and there was a lot of things that took place today that was disappointing. You know, it was just disappointing because we beat ourselves. A snap here, poor technique on a punt. We get the punt block. Poor technique on a coverage. We have two guys unblocked, don't make a play. Like, there's things like that that took place in the course of the game that I would have never thought would have took place with the guys. How hard they practiced and as physical that they've been, and how hard and what it meant to them. I never assumed that was going to happen, but I was wrong.